Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Go!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's got daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go. 15 Lonnie. That's what I do. Blue dog Corkers.
Throwing on first down. Hall. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's 2nd and 8. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to throw on second down. Hall gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Completes it to Samuel. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hall. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 7-7, our score after 1. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Chubb on the counter, and if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Barkley. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Bravo!
Following the interception, Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a hole.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go, D. Set, go. Ready.
Hall to throw on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He completes this one to Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one one thing, hit them with something else.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw it is Hall. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Hall now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. To throw on 2nd down. Hall. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Head up.
Here's Hall to throw on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A run for Nick Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Matt. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield, dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll go to Barkley again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Geno Atkins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. A gain of 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mayfield now, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Becker. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
Touchdown, LA! Saquon Barkley. 77 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Over the middle to Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
In your face.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Barkley, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Point it right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Curry.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Hall to throw again. Fighting to stay upright. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hall. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you